The rain had just begun to fall when Elena Blackwood stepped out of her car, the thin drizzle turning the cracked asphalt of the parking lot into a dull mirror. She pulled her coat tighter around her shoulders, unaware that this ordinary Tuesday evening would shatter the quiet rhythm of her life forever. Elena wasn't just anyone. She was the wife of Marcus Iron Wolf Blackwood, vice president of the Raven Steel Motorcycle Club. But tonight, she wasn't wearing his name or his world. She was simply a woman heading into a small neighborhood grocery store, thinking about dinner, about the unread message on her phone, about how Marcus hated when she went out alone. The store's flickering. Lights buzzed overhead as she exited. With 2 bags in her hands, her thoughts far away, until laughter cut through the air. It wasn't friendly laughter. It was sharp, mocking, and too close. 4 men leaned against a rusted sedan near her car, their clothes cheap, their eyes hungry, scanning her like prey. Elena felt the instinctive chill run up her spine. She lowered her gaze and kept walking, but one of them stepped into her path. "Hey, sweetheart," he said, voice thick with arrogance. "You look lost." She tried to sidestep him, but another grabbed the handle of her grocery bag, spilling cans and apples onto the wet ground. The laughter grew louder. Her heart pounded as she demanded they leave her alone, but the words only fueled them. One man circled behind her while another blocked her car door. A rough hand caught her wrist. Elena fought back, scratching, kicking, screaming, but the parking lot was empty, the rain swallowing her cries. A slap rang out, sharp and cruel, sending her stumbling to the ground. Pain exploded across her cheek. Fear followed. One of them yanked her coat open, another pinning her arms as she begged them to stop. In that moment, time slowed, and all she could think about was Marcus, his voice, his hands, his promise that nothing would ever hurt her as long as he breathed. But Marcus wasn't there. Not yet. What the thugs didn't. No, what they couldn't possibly imagine was that they had just crossed a line, written in steel and blood. A truck engine roared in the distance, growing louder, closer. Headlights swept across the lot. The men froze. A black pickup screeched to a halt, and a familiar figure jumped out, fury radiating from every step. It was Caleb, a Raven Steel prospect, riding back from the clubhouse when he saw the chaos unfold. His eyes locked onto Elena on the ground, her face streaked with rain and blood. He didn't hesitate. He charged. One thug went down with a single punch. Another pulled a knife, but Caleb kicked it away and drove his knee into the man's ribs. The remaining 2 bolted, dragging their wounded friend into the darkness. Caleb rushed to Elena's side, shrugging off his jacket to cover her trembling body. She tried to speak, but the words broke into sobs. With shaking hands, Caleb pulled out his phone and made the call that would change everything. "VP," he said when Marcus answered, his voice tight. They heard Elena. Silence. Then something far more dangerous than shouting, a low, controlled breath. "Where?" That was all Marcus said before the line went dead. At the Raven Steel Clubhouse, the air shifted the moment Marcus walked in. Conversation stopped. Dice froze mid-roll. The music died. One look at his face told the brothers everything they needed to know. He didn't scream. He didn't punch walls. He spoke quietly, each word heavy as iron. "My wife was assaulted." Chairs scraped back. Fists clenched. Jackets were pulled on. This wasn't rage, it was purpose. Raven Steel didn't look for trouble, but when it found them, it ended it. As engines thundered to life one by one, the club rolled out into the rain like a storm given shape. Somewhere across town, 4 men thought they had gotten away with a crime that would haunt them forever. They had no idea that the night was just beginning. And if you want to know what happens when loyalty, love, and brotherhood collide with cruelty, when a motorcycle club decides justice will not wait, then stay with this story. Make sure you subscribe because Chapter 2 reveals what the club did next, and why the entire city would never forget the name Raven Steel again.